Today I want to actually teach you a tool, the stochastics tool. Now a lot of people don't use the stochastics in the Forex, and there's a reason to that. Okay, it's actually a pretty decent tool, but there's two ways of using it, and most of the time people do not trade it by the second method, by the second mean. So what we have here is a stochastics on a 4-hour chart. Okay, if we look at the 4-hour chart, one of the ways of trading the stochastics is having a stochastics cross where the fast line, which in this case is the green line, it always is faster than the other line, so it's pretty easier to see which line it is. Crosses, in this case, the slow line, the signal line, okay, which is the red line. When you cross from below the 20, right here in this time frame, okay, right in this area, okay, that is a buy signal. And in that case, it would have yielded a pretty good buy signal. Okay, now in this case, it crosses down below on the 80. That is typically a sell signal. And in this case, it didn't really do that well. Okay, now across away from the 20, let's just say we had a 0 line through here, and it's on the upper side. That's called a weak buy signal. Okay, and in this case, that weak buy signal is actually strong. Okay, so it's kind of difficult, you know, if you would have gotten your sell signal here or right here, you know, you would have captured some profit there. You would have captured some profit here. Okay, you would have captured, you know, 16 pips of profit, and then maybe 17 pips of profit. 70, sorry. Okay, and if you would have just taken all of these crosses, okay, but you're getting in and out of trades, and you know, on a 4-hour chart, that's a pretty long time. That's 3 candles. Okay, that's 12 hours. You'd have to be kind of watching your chart that closely for 12 hours. So you could go down to the 1 hour, okay, and see what's going on here. And in this case, the stochastics gets even more active, okay, and is kind of yielding some signals that you know, that's just pretty hard to keep up with, frankly. Okay, you can go down to 30-minute and you're doing the same thing. Okay, now there is another way of trading the stochastics, and that way is with divergence. Okay, if an asset is going down, okay, let's it's kind of hard to tell on this one. Okay, so trying to use the stochastics, here's another little hint for you. Trying to use the stochastics on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, on the 15-minute, 30-minute, and even 1 hour time frames are, let's just say, challenging. Okay? Getting to the 4-hour, look what happens. You have more significant crosses. And why is that? Well, that's because on the 4-hour, on any long-term time frame, the longer-term time frames are more powerful than the short-term time frames. Okay? So, divergence is another way of trading the stochastics. If we went to the daily, let me shrink up my chart here. Okay, what happens is divergence starts to form, and what divergence means is that you may have a currency pair going down. Okay, but then whenever you look at the indicator, it's actually diverging away from the lows. Just connecting the lows is going the opposite direction of the trend down. Okay, and then we have increasing divergence, and then actually here we start showing signs of convergence, meaning that it's going in the same direction as the actual trend. Okay, now if a person could be able to spot this divergence and take advantage of it, in this case would have yielded around 400 pips. Okay, or you could use this as a sign for something else. And on the daily time frame, this is very strong. So this is something I want to point out for the US dollar. Okay, we've had a significant little bottom here. Okay, if you there's maybe a head and shoulders in here. Okay, it could be a head and shoulders. It's kind of a weak head and shoulders. I really don't like it, but you can maybe deduce that. This, just taking into context this aspect right here, we have a V bottom formation. Okay, but here recently we've had a resistance zone, and here just today, in this past, just today, we've actually broken out of that resistance zone. And what I'm showing you here is I've actually taken advantage of that, and I have put in my buy order right there, and I have a stop loss. My stop loss is about 100 pips away, and right now I'm sitting at about 73 pips of profit. So, and this is just getting started, and I'll let this thing go. We'll probably run into some resistance, and we may come back. Let me zoom this in for you, make this look more like something. So what may happen is we may come up here, find some resistance, and then come back down, and I do expect us to test at some point on this support resistance area. We may even get down here a little bit, and then we continue on back up, especially if you look at the movements of this currency pair. So we should be doing well on this one. I've got a couple of other trades right now. I've got 47.6, 113 pips of profit, 46 pips of profit. We're doing really, really well right now. One of these I'm actually toying with. I don't have a whole lot of money involved in it, but it has been trending unlike anything I have seen in a while. I used to not like it, but the Euro Turkish dollar is just very clean Elliott wave trends, and I teach Elliott wave in the course, and it's just amazing because just in a few hours here I've got 127 pips of profit, and if this trend continues on like the previous trend here, we could be in for 800 pips of profit, 700 pips of profit. So I'm kind of toying with this one right now, but I'm not really for sure as far as what we're going to see, how it's going to behave. So we're gonna take a look at it, and because my risk was there, whenever you have a 200 pip risk, I only risk a certain percentage of my account because I have very strong money management rules, which I also teach in the course, and it's all about how you manage the trade and how much you risk and how much you actually trade with. That's the business of trading, and it's how you handle the business that actually really promotes and gets you growing wealth at unbelievable rates. So the Great British Pound, US dollar, is also doing very well. As you can see, I've got some profit there, forming a little spinning top right now. But we'll just have to see how this goes about. The US dollar is strong right now. The London session will close, and then the US session will go in, and if the US session does well, then I could probably expect that this will continue down. Okay, that's all I got for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know what? Go out, live abundantly, and share that abundance.